as of recording this video.
What's going on, guys? Hit that shit pre-notif. Hell yeah, what up, Luffy? What up, Burger? What up, GQ boy? Columbia, Chaos, happy Labor Day. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Blue Danu, Sibo. US having a Labor Day is so out of character. It's kind of spitting, to be honest. I was thinking about that earlier today. Yeah, I have big news. I have big news today. Unfortunately, I won't be watching the streams until a month later. Wow, what's going on, buddy? Bubby, what up? Amine? Amine? Balacho theme? Yes, yes, very good. Unless I find a way to sneak my phones into school. Oh, I forgot you're a high schooler. I finally quit playing Ultimate. You wish, buddy, you wish, you wish. I don't get it, Chaos. I'm still playing Balatro. It might just be a good game. Why don't you play Slay the Spire? It's like better. New sponsor. I'm too early, dude. I haven't gotten fired yet. They're working on it. Finished Hollow Knight last night. Premium shit, dude. Dude, Silk Song is in like 2 days. Where's Lockie? Because he needs to know. $50 hours in Slay the Spire is rookie ass numbers. I have like 350 hours in just my PC account. What videos are we reacting to? The biggest character drop-offs and the most confusing character in Smash Ultimate. Oh, Mazzy, thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate it. Happy Labor Day, since we know streaming is harder than a 9 to 5. It's true. It's very true. Yes, it is. It is very hard. How was Civ? It was a really good game. I threw at the end, though. I was literally a turn away from winning, and I threw. But, Fingal won. I remembered how I sucked at Slay the Spire today. Did you try playing again, Frosty? A Midwestern couple thinks their Halloween decoration is possessed. If it's, like, longer than, like, 2 minutes, I don't think I'll watch it. STS is Slay the Spire. It's a card game. It's very good. A roguelike. Can you guys let me know if like my internet shits out for like half a second, because it's kind of been happening I think recently and it's kind of annoying. 15 minutes long, but the build-up is very important and cinematic. Don't worry about it. Sounds like something I watch on my own time, man. I think I prefer Balacho. It's just got a much quicker game loop, and the big numbers feel better than Slay the Spire. No. Disagree. You are wrong. And stupid. And stinky. Ratioed by flying waters, rain from the ground. No. What's up, Rex? Oh, I didn't realize Burger said it was really good. I'm pretty sure I conquered Burger on like turn 80, and then I conquered Jenks by like turn 110. I was on the warpath yesterday. Genesis or Port this year? Okay, well, Genesis already happened, and I'm pretty sure Port also already happened. So next year I plan on going to Genesis, but not Port priority. If I spawn next to Burger and Ray X, I take that game. I doubt it, bro. Yeah, if the stream has issues, it's might be annoying. Bro got infinite amounts of science early on and I couldn't catch up. Bro, you had like 4 cities. Gotta lock in on those cities, ma. Port is November and they got ball going. Oh man. No, I'm not going to Port. Regardless. Yeah, I'm not live on a Saturday, bub. It's Monday. Always be colonizing ABC. That's crazy. That's a SIBO classic right there. Did I see the Riptide squad strike seating? It's so bad. Is Riptide this weekend? This coming weekend? Because we can look at those brackets if they're out. We might wait a little bit later into the week, but we'll see. Maybe like tomorrow or something, actually. It is this weekend. Let me see. Honestly, we could probably just look at it right now. I don't think anything major will be changing. Oh, a Cola's going? All right, let me look at squads. Rivals 1 is funny that that's happening. Light versus Guy in round 2 pools of singles. That's not good. Hate to see that. Syrup seed 25 in squads. Oh. Yeah, that's Cope. He's going to do well in squads. He's got 2 good characters, and that's really all you need in squads. DMC bros might be back. Wait. What are you talking about? You have to elaborate on that sentence. You can't just say that. You know what? I don't really care about squad strikes. I'm not looking at that. Alright, let's look. So this is the bracket for Riptide going on right now. Stango, first seed. I mean, he's beaten Kick a couple times now. He's probably just going to Olympia it up. Not super stacked. Isn't it really weird that there's like no good Ranos right now? What's up with that, guys? It's so weird. Isn't that weird that since the Rano nerfs, there's been no Rano players playing? Isn't that just how odd? No Marlin, no Plup, no Spargo. Yep. It's weird. I thought Riptide usually was like huge for this this shit. Is Switch going? I could have sworn I saw him down here, but oh, he is here. Lucius is going, yeah, but like, how well will he do? Luck basically retired. Yeah, I mean, they nerfed the frog, my dude. Bum, bum. All right, and then this is the Smash side of things. Dormigi versus Syrup. Hurt versus... I should know who this is. This is Raru. Akola versus Zamba. I don't know what happens when they play usually. I'm actually curious as to how that'll play out. Mia Sonics. I feel like that should be Sonics, but Sonics does enjoy just losing randomly. Mr. Awesome, what the fuck? Akola Farm Zomba? Oh, that's tough, buddy. Osimo, Pauly B, Wrath, AK. Damn, Light isn't even seeded to get into top 8. I mean, low-key reasonable as fuck. Zach Ray starts this top 24 in losers. Ouch as well. Peeb, I want to know who they think Peeb is going to lose to. So I'm just on the eye. I got my eye on potential upsets. Cola Zachary might be an absolute positive banger. Jeez. Sonics definitely likes his bracket. Holy. Fighting game character into fighting game character. That's a W. Asimo Jazzo, though. I'm pretty sure Jazzo won that last time they played. Akola Fatality, Akola Char, Akola Wrath. Yeah, that's all W's for him. Wrath could be a threat because randomly he just turns the fuck up. But he's got to beat Mute. And honestly, I think Mute will most likely beat Wrath just based on how I've seen Mute fight Sonics. They got Zomba over Shuton. We'll see about that. Shuton Omega, actually. I think Shuton will win that. Uh-oh, Shuton Brujo. Ooh, who's gonna win? Ooh. I have $3 million on Shuton. Taking odds. Let's see. Hurt's got a pretty smooth bracket. Ouch can be a little scary, but I feel like that base game shit, he's probably got that down pat. Uh-oh, Raru versus Zog. Like low-key playable as fuck. Like, I don't know how good Zog actually is, but that's a good .com player. And then, so Peeb is supposed to lose to Raru. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Peeb's going through winners here. And then it's going to be Peeb versus Hurt. Oh, this is a Peeb Nut top 8 tournament. Can I please do a fantasy bracket? Please! Please! And then, so this is Light's Path is Guy, which is tough. Beast Mode Paul, which he should win. And then Doramigi, which he should win. Honestly, Light could have a pretty good bracket here if he plays really well. And then he has to play Syrup, which Light versus Steve. Send tweet. That's the entire tweet. Could see Wrath beating Mute. Yeah, but you're a fucking Sonic Glazer, dude. I can't take any of your word about Sonic. I just gotta use my best judgment. Doramigi versus Skinny the Pooh. The raps for Doramigi. Yeah, that shit was hella intentional. Wait, Skinny the Pooh only pops off in loser's bracket, okay? He can't beat the first seed from winners. It's not gonna happen. That's not his way. That's not his ninja way. No shot. What else do we got? This is Snow versus Syrup. Snow could win that. Honestly, this is a good bracket for Snow, too. I think Snow beats Syrup, to be honest. And then I think he beats Shiny Mark for 2. So, this, like... this looks like a Japan sweep low-key. Like, it's like so 50-50 between, like... Will Light win his previous matches? Will Syrup clutch up, you know? Them Steve players are struggling the Mario matchup. It's just Mario, bro. It's just what it is. Steve players are really good at getting ladder comboed. Is Sonic's going to this time? Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's got a really good bracket. I forgot about that. Sonics is going to be cooking. At least he should be. But Mans does love to SD. Sonic's I've got to deal with Spargo. Yeah, he's already in a much better mood. Fuck, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch. That's true. There are no Mexico reps. At least that I see. I wonder why he can't make it to Riptide. Where was this tournament Fizz Bump at? Yeah, it was here. So I think maybe the travel might be a little bit too demanding. Taiwan. Yeah, there you go. He's in Japan right now. I hope he's living it up, dude. I hope he's having a great time. All right, so today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be watching a couple of videos. So first one, the one just for this video, is the most confusing character in Smash Ultimate. I actually want to see the thumbnail for this one because, like, low-key, it probably spoils what it is, right? Stop losing to Mashers? No. Oh, yeah, literally, it's Ike. Okay. Why is Ike the most confusing character? Honestly, you could probably make a case for a lot of characters as to, like, who the most confusing character is. I don't know if I agree with Ike wholeheartedly, but I'd like to hear what this guy has to say. I feel like other characters you can probably talk about are, like, Lucina. Or something like Pikachu is a very confusing character. And what I mean by that is, like, these are characters that are very good and aren't really that hard to play, in my humble opinion. At least compared to some other characters. They're definitely, like, somewhere in the middle as far as difficulty goes, but they're very good characters. But not a lot of people play them. So I don't understand why you'd put Ike in this category, because that, when I think of confusing, that's what I think about, is like good but nobody plays them. So let's hear it. Let's hear what he has to say. Shulk? No. Mario's confusing? I don't think so at all.
If you were there when Smash Ultimate came out, you know, late 2018, you might remember there were a few characters that we thought were broken. Like, characters you'd see everyone say that this is gonna be the new meta. And I'm not talking about YouTubers trying to clickbait you. I'm talking about real people, you know, people with souls who were actively discussing characters like Inkling or Ike or K-Rool or Chrom, to name a few.
Who the hell said K-Rool was going to be good? Who the hell in their right mind thought K-Rool was going to be lit? I thought K-Rool was obnoxious, but I didn't think he was going to be good. I saw that recovery, bro. You're not that good of a character. Come on. Tweak? You know what? Tweak did go K-Rool against Goblin that one time. That did happen. K-Rool's a Wi-Fi memer. Week 1 K-Rool was was lit, yeah. To be fair, like, week 1 Ganondorf, people were scared of that guy, but that's because they didn't know how to beat the Nair spam. And they kind of still don't. They just wait for him to stop spamming. And it's awful that it's like that. But if you asked any, like, high to top level player about Ike, they would tell you that, yeah, it's just early meta and he's going to fall off. And I could literally call up like 3 different people and they would agree with me. Inkling, on the other hand, we expected Inkling to stay, but she just ended up not staying. She kind of fell out of relevance. I think she just got power crept by the other characters. And Chrom was one of those characters too, where when I heard, I wish I could go back in time and show you guys this, but when I heard that he was Roy without sour spots, I was like, that is a top 2 character. Like, it might be the best character in the game. Roy without sour spots is broken. That's just insane. And then they gave him the shittiest recovery in the game for some reason. It's not like he's supposed to be an echo of Roy, but they gave him Ike's recovery and made it worse. It makes no sense. Anyway, I digress.
And genuinely seeing them as real threats in the meta. And these discussions were very real. It wasn't just some greasy, no-shower January guy in his bedroom complaining about Richter's lead trapping. All of this discourse was...
That's Leffen, because Leffen was complaining about those greasy no-shower guys were Leffen. He put the Belmonts in like top 10 on his first tier list.
Constantly being backed up by the fact that we were actually seeing these characters show up in big tournaments during December 2018 and early 2019. Most notably, MK Leo winning Genesis 6, the biggest tournament of the year, at least excluding Evo, using mostly Ike. We'll come back to this one, it's important. But we also had other early game top tiers like Inkling show up with Cosmos and his amazing runs at Genesis 6 again, but also
imagine playing Marth Omega Laugh.
Smash Ultimate Summit and Frostbite 2019. And Rivers, who is still a Crown player, took second at Suplex City Smash. And then over in Japan, we had Zachary, who was also experimenting with Ike. He doesn't play him anymore, but, you know, he did at some point, and that was cool.
I don't know. Zachary had an Ike phase. What the heck?
The ranking, you know, the tier list of fighters in fighting games changing dramatically over time is a completely normal thing that happens always as time goes on. And Ultimate was no different. As patch notes kept releasing and players continued to try out different characters, this exploration phase meant that some characters finally got a chance to shine later on, while others would be left in the past.
To kind of comment on that exploration phase that he was talking about, is that people didn't actually know that I dropped Zero Suit for a little bit and I wanted to be an Ike main. I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again for the people who haven't heard it before. But I decided that I was going to be an Ike main and just play Zero Suit for whenever I felt like I needed her. This was like early on in Ultimate when like I was dealing with like the growing pains of learning new Zero Suit, because like down throw didn't combo anymore. Like I was like struggling to kill a lot. Like she was super light and trading was just so relevant in the meta, and it still is today. But I was like, it was really tough time to like kind of figure things out, and like I was struggling against like Incineroar players and stuff like on a local level, and like if you asked me to play an Incineroar now, if you told me that if you told me I had to sit down and play an Incineroar in bracket, I would be like, let's go, dude. I don't care. I could be 2v1ing the best Incineroars in the world, and I would be so comfortable because that matchup was so trash. But back then, I didn't know that. I was still trying to figure things out. So before I decided to fully commit to Zero Suit, I played a lot of Ike. And the reason I actually fully committed to Zero Suit was because 2GG, which was a tournament organizer at the time, they invited me to a tournament called Prime Saga, which is a tournament where they invited all of the Metroid characters, Metroid Prime, Metroid. So I was like, okay, whatever. I will commit to the bit for this, and then I will just play Ike after this. So I practiced Zero Suit up a bunch and got really good with her. And then I don't even think I did that good at the tournament, but I don't really remember. But during that phase, like Zero Suit actually clicked for me, and then I was like, I'm going to main her. That's going to be what I do. And I went back to being Zero Suit main. Who'd have thought? I don't know where I've heard you say this story. I've said it before, but it's been a while since I've said it.
This game has had a bunch of...
So yeah, Ike was during an experimental phase, and I'm still pretty good with him. He's not a hard character. Also, as I talked to top players, we knew that Ike wasn't going to be long-term good investment, which is why everyone who played Ike stopped playing Ike. I switched to Zero Suit. Leo switched to Byleth and Joker and Wolf and Lucina. Raven King, who was probably the next best Ike at that time, switched to Joker as well, and whatever the fuck else he decided to play. And you have your couple of random dudes that decided to thug it out with Ike. And but yeah, everyone early game who picked him up was just like, yeah, this is a terrible late game investment, so they just switched.
Of different character fall-offs and fall-ons that would be interesting to talk about. We all thought Game & Watch sucked back then, for example, but I think the most drastic tier shift of all was Ike. The man went from being seen as an overall respectable call-out heavy swordie, even with some nice tournament results to back him up, to a contender for the worst sword character in the game, an absolute bottom tier. That's what people say, alright? I'm not saying I agree, but that's what people are saying. And he doesn't have a lot of representation either. The closest Ike gets to this level of representation in 2025 is Tora, an insanely talented player from Japan. I love watching her play, go check her games out, but unfortunately it is very unlikely Ike's glory will return to even a quarter of what it was in early game Ultimate. Or is the... Nah, I'm kidding. I don't know. Probably not. And also the Switch 2 got announced a little while ago. You know, who's gonna change their mains at this point, right? But, you know, let's talk about him anyway. Let's talk... His fate might be sealed, but let's talk about him anyway, alright? Hear me out. Alright, let's make sure we understand Ike, because...
Ike's plan is to nair, and when he's not nairing, he's grabbing, and when he's not grabbing, he's down tilting. That is it. That is how you play Ike.
I know he's a Fire Emblem swordy, you know, generic anime, but he's actually one of the more unique characters in this game, if you'll hear me out. He is the only heavy swordy. No other characters have both of these properties at the same time. No other character has this much weight, this much strength, and this much disjoint. There are some characters that come close in terms of the things they look for, like the game plan. Sephiroth, Byleth, and Cloud might come kind of close.
This guy loves Persona. Holy shit. All of his mods have been Persona characters.
Close to this, I guess. They all put positioning above all else, for example, but Ike still behaves very differently to these three in other areas. And also, none of these guys are heavies. My king weighs just as much as Ridley, what a man. But yeah, Ike's all about raw fundies, you know, spacing, positioning, pushing advantage, kind of like how Lucina is a raw fundies character too, except while Lucina plays quick and graceful and can have an easier time approaching, Ike's strengths are a lot more concentrated on certain areas. For example, he is more focused on being patient, taking some hits if you have to. That's something Lucina can't really afford to do all the time. And then Ike will eventually find the right moment and blow up your opponent. With these properties, it was intended for Ike to have great ledge trapping. His aerials are all safe-ish on shield if you space them well, except for down air, but you know, that's fine. Who's gonna approach the down air anyway? He has surprisingly good edge guarding, surprisingly alright ways to recover as long as you're not fighting someone with a counter. And again, because he's a heavy man, his call-out game is amazing. A good Ike should be a master of 1-2 combos, because after that nair to up air or nair to nair or something, if you air dodge out of a combo, you'll be ready. If you're being a little careless when landing, dash attack is amazing. Miss attack on a platform, you might eat a smash attack. If you're a little bit careless when...
Dude, remember when I played Ike and I would just spam forward smash? The whole time. I would nair somebody, and then they would air dodge at 50, and I would already just be with the sword, just ready to forward smash them. Shoutouts to Esam giving me that free win. That was pretty awesome of him. Never playing Ike versus Pikachu again. That matchup is dog water.
Shielding, you got tomahawked. His grab game isn't bad, actually, compared to other swordies. And if he catches onto your DI, you might just die out of down throw up air or back air if you have insane DI out for some reason, and bad reaction time, or at the very least, you will lose control of the stage, which is, you know, always fun. This comes with the trade-off that Ike's mobility isn't the best. His recovery might be lengthy thanks to quick draw, his side B, but he doesn't have the best disadvantage. You'll have...
I would say that Ike is like low-key one of the more defensive sword fighters. Because he was comparing him to like Lucina, but like where Lucina moves and like he said, kind of graceful, like floating around shield, like baiting you to like jump at her, stuff like that. Ike doesn't do that. He just says, please run into my moves the whole game. And if you're getting run down by an Ike, you're doing something wrong. He should be not really approaching ever in his life. He should be abusing platforms.
To either go low to recover with up B or an air dodge. And if you want to mix up your quick draw, your options are to go to ledge or be greedy and skip the ledge. And if you make it to ledge, you can have a pretty difficult time getting out of the corner because he doesn't have the best out of shield game or the best get off me moves. You get the pattern, right? Amazing advantage state, kind of depressing disadvantage state. Not, you know, bottom tier disadvantage state, but it's not a good one. That's Ike. So these are Ike's strengths, these are Ike's weaknesses. Makes sense, no questions, cool. All right, let's actually get into the meat of the video now. Why did he fall off? What happened? What happened to the man? What happened to Mr. Shit? Alright, so let's look at the timeline.
What the
heck? It starts with MK Leo, of course, the GOAT, who you could credit with Ike's initial success. He won the first Ultimate Super Major, Genesis 6, using Ike and Lucina. And for the first time in this channel's history, let's not talk about Lucina right now. Leo played patient, like we talked about earlier. He took hits, he lost some stocks, but when he got in, he got in. In the end, he played against Void's Pichu in Grand Finals as Lucina, because Ike against Pichu sounds like a horrendous matchup for Leo. Makes sense. Remember the bad get off me moves? He kind of has a hard time swatting flies away, and Pichu is really quick. But still, almost all of this tournament was played with Ike. And you know why I think this is super interesting? You know why I'm even talking about this in the video? Well, this tournament, only 55 days into Ultimate, was where Ike peaked. To this
55 days into Ultimate is where Ike peaked? That's so funny. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I remember like after Genesis, I think was Frostbite, and then like Tweak played Wario against the Ike and beat him, and I think at that point, Leo was like, all right, Ike's retired. No more of this shit. He's trash. We're not playing this anymore.
This day, there has been no other Ike player who's gotten top 8 at a major. There's been a bunch of characters.
Damn, that's a fucking stat.
Who haven't won any either, that's normal, but winning one less than 2 months into the game's release and then disappearing into the bottom of the tier list is a little weird, right? But there are other players with great results too. Let's not ignore Ryuga, who did a great job piloting Ike after Leo dropped him for Joker. Yes, a now retired Ike, who gave us some of Ike's best results and the closest he's been to a top 8 since Leo. but he's in the military now, so he doesn't play anymore. I don't know if that's the exact reason he retired, but it checks out that a Nike player would end up in the military. And finally, let's not forget about Tora. You can't make a Nike video in this day and age without mentioning Tora. She's been making waves with Ike. I love watching Tora play. I think it's only a matter of time until she starts getting more eyes on her, but unfortunately, we have...
Character is simply too one-dimensional. Yeah, if we're talking about his fall off, it's just that his game plan is way too simple, and people learned that, like, just anti-air him the whole game, and you should be fine. He doesn't really get any, like, combos from, like, grounded moves if he's playing too grounded, except for down tilt, which is, like, you know, it's only a two-piece combo.
Been seeing a top 8 in a major from her, but she has taken on top players like Gact, Dora Migia, and Rizeyasu, and that shit cannot be ignored. She's cool. Alright, it makes sense that at the start of the game's release, we see a lot of easy to pick up characters. We used to see a lot of well-rounded, mostly simple, mostly honest fighters like Lucina, Ike, Palutena, and Wolf early on into Ultimate. A little combo action too, like with Pichu and Peach, but they didn't.
I guess that's true. Combo characters didn't really thrive in the early meta. Light wasn't doing too good. I wasn't doing too good. Like, who was, like, the most combo-centric character we had in early relevant meta was, like, Mario and Palu, and that was it. And, like, it was mostly just spamming the same move over and over and over. He said earlier in the video, and I'm reading it in my chat right now, that people thought Game & Watch was bad. Not really. Like, it took a while for him to pop off, but that's because, like, I don't know, Meister just wasn't, like, as oppressive, and people, like, didn't really see the Game & Watch strengths until, like, Mia, I feel. Like, Meister was doing really well, but it felt so beatable.
Dominate usage just yet. I guess because it's the start of the game right now, people haven't had enough time to fully master the very technical fighters yet. For example, do you think Mute Ace would have been able to do this combo against the best player in the world right now only a couple months after the game had come out?
No.
Cloud, of course, no exception. Backer, though, coming out right here.
What is this? Is this Mute Ace? Is he alive? Did he just win? Mute Ace takes it over
I mean, maybe if he knew about it, I guess he would have practiced it, but these developments, these combo routes are a result of the Peach player community taking their time, taking their years to lab out the character and practice it and discover new tech and stuff, whereas the Ike community, I mean, what advancements have they made recently? I want to know. Technical characters had a slow start, but because there's more to them and because people are really talented and work really hard to perfect their mains, eventually the characters that took longer to master are gonna catch up to the simple all-rounders who've been good from the start, and because of their higher skill ceiling, they will only keep improving and discovering new things. Some stuck around. Roy and Palu, for example, are still among the top 10 most played characters in 2024 because they're that good, but combo demons like Falco, Kazuya, and Luigi, and characters that make you want to rip your hair out like Game & Watch, Sonic, and Steve, and overall really hard to master fighters like Joker or Snake. As much as I hate grenades, I have to admit Snake does take a lot of patience to learn, but you know what I mean, right? Do these examples make sense? And some of these examples are new, by the way. This phenomenon is still happening, alright? Game & Watch only started his infamy until after the pandemic, or kind of during the pandemic. And Luigi and Falco have never been this popular until now. And Steve is...
It's weird because the cheeser characters also started thriving when the neutral-based combo characters started thriving too. Isn't that weird? Interesting.
Is taking over little by little, but let's skip him for now. You get the point. So that's one of the reasons Ike fell off. The meta just caught up to him. I don't think he's bad. I don't think this game has any bad characters, but some are definitely better than others, and some have more tech than others, and people eventually just started dropping in for other fighters. If you want to get technical, if you want to be a technical fighter, you will most likely drop Ike. And if you want to keep being a fundiest guy, you have Aegis, makes sense. You can play as Mithra and switch to Pyra whenever you have stage control and win. You're basically Ike with a cheat code. You can play Cloud and sacrifice some kill power for better movement. You can be like me and switch to Byleth if you want to wear fishnets. I could go on.
Hold on, what?
Some kill power for better movement. You can be like me and switch to Byleth if you want to wear fishnets. I could go on. Ike has things he does great, but as new characters come out and get their turn on the spotlight, it was pretty natural for him to lose a ton of representation and discourage people interested in trying something new from trying him out to begin with. Ike has some surprisingly good matchups against current top tiers. I'll get to those in a couple minutes, but remember when I said Ike has a miserable time getting out of disadvantage, his lame out of shield game, risky recovery options, lack of consistently good get off me moves? Well, that does not pair well when the meta right now consists of characters with insane punish games. You might have...
He does have a point. There are like some extremely obscure characters that Ike does really well against, and like one of them is like Game & Watch. And Loki, Ike does pretty good against Roy. You wouldn't expect it, but he does pretty good against Roy. But then there's some other characters he does not do so well against. And that's like most of the other top tiers. Like ZSS. Hey, you said relevant characters, okay? Ike beating Zero Suit is a completely different conversation. Slightly more range than Roy, I guess. Just trust me. Don't Ikes consider that their worst matchup? Guys, I'm trying to spread a narrative here, alright? Get real.
Have good defenses with his aerials, it can be a little hard to get in sometimes. But once you know the matchup, once you know how to anti-air or move around so he messes up his spacing, it feels like you don't even have to be playing a super fast character in order to properly weave in and out of his range. Even characters like Game & Watch and Steve that aren't speed demons can find ways to force Ike to make mistakes and get their damage in. Ike was already a character that demanded patience back in the early game when people were figuring out which character worked best for them. And now that the meta has shifted and patience is the optimal way to play for everyone, he has to be twice as careful. Ike used to rely on opponents being reckless, overextending, losing their patience, but offline, if you're a competitor, the meta isn't like that anymore. Not to say everyone is campy and lame now, because that's not true. We have a ton of cool and hype players and characters, and it's not like nobody approaches anymore. That's not the case. What I mean is people just don't overextend like they used to at a high level. A lot of players have been at this for over half a decade. As time goes on, you're gonna start improving and you'll stop making the same mistakes you made back then. Unless, you know, you're out on Elite Smash, then in that case, Ike down tilt into a smash attack is basically a true combo. But out in the real world, right? There's a reason you don't see Roy players go for jab forward smashes much anymore. Remember that? Remember when people used to fall for that? That's not a thing anymore, unless, I don't know, maybe it's a thing, but it's not that big of a thing anymore. Another example the meta isn't very kind to Ike anymore is because, yeah, he may do a ton of damage with straightforward combos and spook people with his call-out game to get early kills off only a couple wins in advantage state, but as someone who takes Joker to bracket sometimes, we don't really need our combos to be that easy because...
Also, he's comparing like Wi-Fi to like, I don't know, real life matches. And you know, real life matches have like a certain vibe to it. Like I can tell based on like body language and like vibes from the other person sitting next to me when they're going to do something stupid. If I'm playing against an Ike and he hits me with a down tilt and then dashes forward, I'm like, he's going to try and forward smash me at 30 and I'm not falling for it, bro. I wasn't born yesterday. Like, you know? I don't catch those vibes when I'm playing Wi-Fi, so I'm way more likely to fall for it, you know?
We're 6 years into this game, and there are dozens of Joker guys on YouTube, and there are hundreds of Joker labbers who have experienced and experimented on cool new things, and it's all on YouTube right now. You can just go and learn that stuff. That stuff has been on YouTube all this time, and we are Smash players, so we're gonna stop showering and start learning footstool gun out of Shield. Just kidding, I still can't get it consistently, but you know, at least my hair smells nice, and I have my driver's license. So yeah, to end this section of the video, the punish game for each character has collectively as in as a community, been optimized almost to the fullest by now. Like,
yeah, I like what he says there, because like it's the point he was making earlier too, where like characters took a while to develop. Ike hit his ceiling like in the first like year or so, and then they like kind of changed him so the ceiling moved a little bit. Like I'm talking about like patches, right? Whereas Zero Suit, like she hit her ceiling in the first like 2 years of Ultimate being out, and then they nerfed her. They didn't like change her and rework her like they did with like Ike and like change, like, you know, like gave him more combo routes and different kill confirms. They just straight up nerfed her and made her worse. So it's not like, it's fucked up what they did to her, you know? She hit her ceiling in year 2. Nothing new was developing, and then they made her worse. So that is just like a guaranteed way to make a character fall off.
the stuff I mentioned with New Day's landing this combo with Peach, but also it feels like at this point everyone with decent to good movement is a touch of death character, so people don't mind taking their time to find an opening and approach, because once they do, and assuming you're fighting against a tryhard that knows that this is the way to play now, that interaction will more often than not be enough to stop Ike in his tracks. And then if you're Ike and someone doesn't want to approach you, what are you gonna do? Rush them down? No, they're just gonna wait for you to make a mistake, or they're gonna bait you into doing something, and then they're gonna step in and you're dead. All right, it's time. All right, hot take alert. But according to SDN, a staff member in the Ike Discord, Ike has some decent matchups against Steve, Game & Watch, and Sonic. Like, this is the plot twist of the video. I never imagined, like, is there
Steve?
Guys, can we get 500 likes?
No way. No way Steve is fine for Ike.
Kidding. I don't know. I'm not sure how exactly I feel about these matchups myself. I don't know if I agree, but hey, I'm not an Ike main, and some of the stuff that SDN told me about made a lot of sense to me. So I'm gonna lay out the facts, and you guys can decide for yourself if you agree with the matchups. I'll be quick. Video's almost over, right? Don't leave. Audience retention, don't leave. So Joker and Roy, nah, yeah, they beat Ike. But Sonic is a speedy guy that Ike can hold his own against, because even though these three are all really fast, Sonic is a little different. He might struggle against Ike's insane anti-air moves like dash attack, F tilt, and nair, to name a few. Roy and Joker have a good approach game in the ground and in the air, and Sonic does too, but he greatly prefers coming in from above thanks to like spin dash and his other specials and up air and nair for combos and stuff, and he likes to get a lead and run with it. But with Ike's insanely underrated burst moves and solid damage output, he can make it a little more difficult for Sonic to run away with the lead. Not saying all Sonic players always go for the timeout, but they do play more passive and put pressure on you to get some damage in, and yeah, he's super annoying. To say the matchup is good for Ike might be a little much, even SDN couldn't get behind that, but calling it an automatic loss for Ike, it's like, you know, 90-10. No, it's not, man. Chill out. It's doable. On the other hand, the answer to why Ike has things going for him against Game & Watch is kind of simple. He gets outranged and dies early to Ike's moves because he's super light. And Steve, Ike has good answers to minecart. Pretty much all his moves break it. His disjoints make it easier for him to break blocks safely. He can have some trouble going over blocks, but he can break them just fine. And I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm coming out of the closet. I don't think Ike is a bad character. I think
Okay.
He's
mid.
good, and having him this low really highlights the issue with tier lists, which, I mean, I'm not going to complain because I can't really think of a way to fix it anyway, but if there's an issue with it, and it's, if you don't see a character being properly represented, you'll just assume they suck. Like, what the hell is Mewtwo doing in D tier? Like, I don't think Mewtwo's broken or anything, nothing like that. It's not like a salty thing, like, Mewtwo's broken. No, Mewtwo's fine, but D tier? Like, he has to be better than that. No? Am I weird for thinking Mewtwo, like, what is he doing here?
Okay, I think what he's talking about is, I think it's a misconception of tier lists in general, where like,
or anything. They suck. Like, what the hell is Mewtwo?
Like, the gap between like here and here is not that big to me. Can you see my mouse? Like, character viability wise, like around here and around here are like low-key similar to some degree. Like, yes, there is a gap, and that's why there is a tier list. But, like, the way I like to think about it is, like, if Steve is 100 points, the worst character in the game, Ganondorf, is, like, probably at, like, 30 points. Right? But I would put, like, Mewtwo at, like, 60, you know? And then characters up here, like, 75, 80. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, character viability wise, like 100 points viable right on this row is like 85 or 80 points viable, and then over here is like 60 to 65 points viable. That's close to me. I don't know. It's hard to explain what I'm
like. I don't think
mean.
Mewtwo's broken or anything, nothing like that. It's not like a salty thing like Mewtwo's broken. No, Mewtwo's fine, but D tier, like, he has to be better than that. No, am I weird for thinking Mewtwo? Like, what is he doing here? Yeah, so I don't know exactly how to end this video, but I think Ike is a lot better than the 13th worst character in Ultimate. I think that's insane. I'm not someone who really pays a lot of attention to tier lists, but I wish more people would give him a shot. I don't think he's amazing either, but he's good and he's super fun to play. And the stuff I said earlier about how the meta doesn't promote an Ike playstyle before, I believe that 100%, you know, not to backtrack or anything, but at the same time, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm about to say something childishly optimistic here, but I don't care. Tora is carrying Ike's representation right now, but she isn't that popular yet. What if she keeps climbing the ladder and we start seeing her more in the future and she inspires people to pick Ike up the same way Neo and Shadik proved how good Corrin was in early 2024? Can we do the Corrin thing but for Ike this year? Maybe the year of Ike, and maybe we learn that Ike can.
Hold on, someone in my chat said something good. This is why I prefer to not use letters for tier lists. Just let the tiers be all the characters in this tier are better than the characters in that tier. I mean, that's kind of what I feel like the tier list is for this game. Where, like, I can't find the tier list section. But, like, when there's, like, the division in the tiers, in my head, I'm just like, okay, there's, like, a small character gap. Or there's like a small gap in viability. Whatever, you get the idea.
Ike is some sort of victim of oppression or a civilization lost to time or whatever. Sorry if I gave off a weird vibe, but I don't know. Ike is cool and I want to see him more. That's the video. That's all this video is. I just like Ike. You guys know it.
True, Ike is cool. I like Ike. Except playing against him. He's kind of a coward once I have to play against him. Yeah, this is a pretty good. I like this video. This is a good video. It's a good talking piece. I don't know if I would agree that this makes him the most confusing character. I don't. Did he bring up any points as to why this character is confusing? Just like, I don't know. I don't understand how the title of the video comes into play here. He kind of explains why the character fell out of relevance, and maybe that's why. Maybe people are confused as to why Ike fell off so hard, but and that answers that. So you know what? I see. Yeah, I saw the video. Yes. W clickbait. It's not clickbait. I mean, he talks about it pretty well and in depth. It's fine. I like it. Ike rules. Ike nares for his father, so he's cool. Yes. Will he come back in the meta? No, absolutely not. I don't think the game will stay alive long enough for Ike to become a relevant character, if I'm being brutally honest. But the fact that he does good against Sonic, low-key, I'm putting that in the pocket. I'm keeping that one in the brain. Confusing on the tier list. I mean, if you just look at early Ultimate meta, and you see bro is like winning tournaments in the first like 50 to 100 days of Ultimate being out, and now he's considered trash, unviable dog water. Then you know what? I get it, you know. Mars, since you've Ironmanned so much, are there any supposed low tiers that you find are more usable than people think? I mean, yeah. Like, there are low tiers that I play in my Ironmans that I rarely lose with. I don't think that's a coincidence. Like, I think like Robin, I think Mewtwo, I think Lucas. I think like those characters I generally have a very high success rate with, and I don't even play them that well. My Zelda's really good too. I very rarely lose with Zelda. It's just weird because like some of the characters that suck are hard to play, and I wouldn't say, like, you know, I wouldn't say that people have them wrong. I just don't know how to play them. Little Mac, no, my Little Mac sucks, dude, and he sucks. Little Mac is shit. You rarely lose with ZSS too. That is true. Yeah, it's probably one of my worst characters. Newsflash: low tier main good with low tiers. Okay, guys. Okay. Anyway, that is the video about Ike. You know what? I think I'm gonna play a little bit of Ike and quick play later today. So, I'll watch the other video now for the other thing. Or you know what? If we need some B-roll footage, editor, just ask for some Ike gameplay, and I can do that. Or I could tell a story or something. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we like Ike, and we like you a lot. So please like me. Bye. Do you miss your Ike era? No, not really. All right. Next video we're watching, the biggest character drop-off in Smash Ultimate history. Who are we going to be talking about here?
As of recording this video,
who is the biggest character drop-off? Like low-key Zero Suit. Like low-key Zero Suit, right? Like low-key Zero Suit. Like, is it not just Zero Suit? I mean, Inkling is like another good answer, but Inkling has more representation than Zero Suit right now. Pichu or Olimar, probably. I think Pichu has more consistent. I don't know. Pichu's a good answer, too. I'm just saying that Zero Suit used to top 8 every tournament for like several years straight, and now Zero Suits don't even break top 32 consistently. So that's a pretty steep drop off. Let's just go.
Smash Ultimate has now been out for more than half a decade. During this time, we've seen many changes across the world, such as a pandemic, huge technological advances like AI seemingly taking over our lives, and varying tier list changes in a Nintendo Switch fighting game, with one character in particular having a pretty rocky journey. There are characters like Joker, Wolf, and Wario who have all had pretty significant falls from grace.
That's true. I forgot that they were all a little bit washed. You know, Wolf is actually another good answer because everyone used to play Wolf, have a pocket Wolf, and be goated with him. But hey.
But I think it's fair to say, Inkling really hasn't had the most fun time in the metagame.
True.
From a character who is considered to be one of the best characters in the game on release, to now a barely relevant mid-tier, let's discuss why I believe Inklings have the biggest drop-off in Smash Ultimate history.
So it's Inkling. Okay, I was right.
Let's go back to where it all began, December 2018. Upon Ultimate...
I don't know if I agree with this though, because there was one good Inkling and it was just Cosmos. No, is that it? The Inkling's fall off is comparable to a lot of other characters too.
Its release, Inkling was considered to be one of,
Shut up,
if not
Steve-O.
the best character in the game. Multiple top players were singing her praises, placing her very highly in early tier lists. Players were quick to notice how absurdly disjointed back air was, giving her a really safe neutral tool. In the early days of Ultimate, people were a lot scrappier and had more aggressive neutrals, meaning they were a lot more prevalent to being hit by Inkling back.
Coney famously is the Xanadu regional winner with Inkling. Okay, never mind. This character, yeah. You forgot, my bad, dude.
Air. Back air was also a move which could be used as both a combo starter and finisher, and also be used as a reliable edgeguarding tool. Back air was not only disjointed, but safe as well, meaning there's little
It's still fucked up.
risk of using it if spaced correctly. This made it her primary neutral tool, due to the low commitment of using it in neutral, and the reward you got for hitting it. Overall, it was perceived to be an extremely strong move. She also had access to Splatter Shot and other moves which covered opponents in ink. One major change from Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate was that the damage of moves increased across the board, and if a character had ink on them, then moves did additional damage, meaning she was able to rack up damage quickly. On a surface level, this meant that Inkling's advantage was amongst some of the strongest, as Inkling had a pretty easy to understand neutral
Holy
and
damage.
strong damage output. We can't forget about how controversial Splat Roller was at the time as well.
Oh, I forgot that universal nerf around buried moves, and Roller was one of them. Though Loki, I never really had a problem with it.
There hadn't been a move quite like it ever introduced into Smash. This meant that players found it really polarising to deal with. A move which had a pretty large hitbox and it buries you? Yeah, pretty good move.
Yeah.
These bury setups allowed Inkling to kill you off one charged smash attack, or follow up with another move to push advantage even further. Nintendo were quick to alter Roller however, as in patch 2.0.0, they gave it a smaller hitbox, and now has a shorter bury time at a lower percents and a longer one at higher percents. Despite these changes, Inkling players didn't think this impacted her viability in the slightest, and simply went on with their days. To top off her kit, she also had a pretty good kill confirm, with up throw into up air. The strong perception
Again, she still has those things.
of Inkling garnered the character a large player base, and at the forefront of it all was the American player Cosmos. Cosmos backed the strong perception of Inkling, achieving multiple strong results during the first half of 2019, as well as racking up a good amount of strong wins. Even outside of top level, Inkling still had notable meta relevancy, being the 5th most used character in bracket across the world.
Is that real? Inkling was the 5th most played character. Cosmos played it. Abadongo had it. Aaron played it early on, very early on. And that's literally all I can think of. I don't know. What did I miss? I don't know. Armada also. Yeah, I forgot Armada played Inkling.
The perception of Inkling, alongside solid results at all levels of play, was pretty telling that Inkling was here to stay, right? Yeah, towards the latter half of 2019, there seemed to be a small decline in results for Inkling. People were starting to have a stronger grasp on Inkling's kit, and seeing that she actually had a couple of flaws. Her out of shield game was lacking, meaning characters could safely overwhelm her shield with little risk, and the realisation of how telegraphed Roller could be was a pretty big deal. People just kinda caught on to that you could just shield it, and punish the lag due to how committal the move was. Crazy that it took a good couple of months for players to realise that just pressing the shield button would solve literally all of our problems.
That's kind of how it is for every Smash problem in general. Just hold shield and you should be fine.
She also seemingly struggled
Oh, of course, Chippy too. My fault.
to kill past certain percents, and didn't have a straight hit move which could easily kill if it hit, which many other top tiers had. However, despite the counterplay development, Inkling was still seeing success, especially in Europe. This was because of the Dutch player Space, who was not only the continent's best Inkling player, but also one of the best players in Europe. He was able to pilot the character to achieving strong results, even with a win on Gluttony, who had rarely lost against another European player,
I thought Space's results were later in Ultimate's history, though.
up until that
Maybe this is the middle.
point. With Space's strong performances, as well as prominent usage of the character at all levels of play, Inkling was still perceived to be a strong character, as it was believed that her strengths still outweighed a lot of her weaknesses. As we progress into early 2020, Ultimate had just had its first birthday, and the meta was starting to take shape, until it was swiftly halted by the COVID pandemic, forcing everybody indoors and to play online. Strangely, this period helped progress the meta of multiple characters, for better or for worse. And, spoilers, for Inkling it made it a lot worse.
Oh no.
Early into the online era, many top players still saw potential in Inkling, with her still being ranked relatively high on tier lists for a good amount of 2020. But as time went on, character metas started flourishing, and with the release of more DLC characters,
I don't think Inkling does good against a single DLC character. I'm not even trolling.
Inkling's meta was seemingly stagnating, and with her top reps opting for other character choices, the perception on Inkling continued to drop. Upon the return of offline tournaments in 2021, we all know that the meta hard shifted to become a lot more defensive, and a lot of characters' advantage states became a lot more explosive. Whilst there was definitely development in Inkling's advantage state and combo game, it couldn't quite keep up with the higher tier characters who had stronger tools defensively and more reliable kill options. However, there was a glimmer of hope for Inkling in the final balance patch, patch 13.0.1, as Inkling actually received some decent buffs. There was now less end lag after refilling ink, forward smash's sweet spot was made bigger, making it easier to hit,
Can't believe they buffed this little bastard.
and splatter shot received more range. All were very favourable buffs for Inkling, however, they weren't groundbreaking, and players still didn't see much potential in her in the current metagame. But despite Inkling's decline, there are still dedicated Inkling players out there really putting in work with her, most notably Shirayuki from Japan. Shirayuki is widely considered to be the best Inkling player in the world post-pandemic, achieving multiple
Still true today, by the way. He's still the best Inkling.
strong results at majors and regionals across his home country, and taking sets from some of Japan's best players. What sets him apart from other Inklings is how much stronger his advantage state is, as well as how good he is at capitalising on edge guards. There are also other notable Inkling players, such as Showers, another Japanese player, Colorado 8, the best Inkling player in America, Utopian from Spain, and Shanique from the UK. Space still has a strong Inkling, but has relegated her to a secondary, and favours choosing Pyro and Mytha instead. Cosmos had also moved on from Inkling to Pyro and Mytha as well. It's a pretty logical character progression, as Mytha has a very strong neutral, and alongside Pyra, actually has threatening kill options, as well as them having a significantly stronger matchup spread than Inkling. But despite these dedicated players, her results are still extremely varied and not consistent at all at top level, which has resulted in her being placed 49th on the current tier
Holy shit, she got placed 49th? That's rough. I don't think she's that bad.
list, with some players thinking that she could be even lower. This placement is a far cry from where she once was at the start of the meta, going from a unanimously agreed top tier in the first year of the meta to now a pretty average mid tier. The meta development really hasn't been a pleasant one for the Squid Kid. Look, I know a lot of this video has been a melancholic story of Inkling's unfortunate journey. However, that doesn't mean she still doesn't have a fighting chance against some of the more prevalent characters. The high level Inkling Discord has given me some insight into Inkling's more relevant matchups.
The fuck?
She does well with characters such as Cloud, Roy, and Joe.
She does do good against Joker. I'll actually give that up. But there's not a lot of good Jokers right now. I feel there's like 3, and like one's in Mexico, one's in America, one is in Japan. So like you don't really have to worry about that. And there's kind of a lot of Clouds and Royce. I'll give it up.
Due to having a stronger neutral, a potent edgeguard game with back air, and having a pretty big up throw up air window. All 3 of them aren't too keen
She also does good against Zero Suit, in case you guys were wondering. Inkling beats Zero Suit.
on facing small characters, as it's much harder for them to secure reliable hits with their kits, and Inkling can really abuse this due to her regular hurtbox shifting. Typically, any matchups which Inkling can force approaches are generally favourable to her. But, as we know at this point, there is going to be some difficult matchups for her. Rob is typically considered to be problematic for Inkling, due to his ability to play at mid-range and force approaches from Inkling, as well as abuse CQC situations due to how polarising his boxing game is, and how subpar Inkling's out of shield options are. She also struggles versus Shulk due to his disjointed kit, and Monado arts give her a lot of trouble. Shield art allows Shulk to easily break out of Inkling's most reliable kill option, up throw up air. He can effectively camp and manoeuvre with jump art due to Inkling's lackluster anti-airs, and speed art makes his aerials even harder to punish, due to Inkling's aforementioned poor out of shield game. Yoshi also creates issues due to his strong airspeed, making his air pressure very safe versus Inkling due to her poor out of shield, and the risk reward for her to engage with Yoshi's aerials is very unfavourable. Yoshi's up throw up air percent is also extremely small, and the fact that he can just jump out of it as well due to his heavy armour basically makes this kill confirm non-existent. And,
Relevant.
of course, there's Steve, who is an absolute nightmare
Is there a character that likes fighting Steve? I don't think so.
to deal with. Inkling lacks reliable tools to deal with his defensive game behind blocks. She gets edgeguarded ridiculously easy, and the risk reward in the matchup is entirely skewed towards Steve. This is because Steve can rack up damage and kill easily, whereas Inkling struggles to even hit Steve. And once again, her most reliable kill option, up throw up air, has an...
I like that like most of these matchups that he's saying are bad. He's showing clips when the Inkling is like up a stock against the person he's fighting. That's not the case right now, but a lot of the other clips was the case.
Extremely small percent window. So, yeah, not the most fun matchup for Inkling. So, did Inkling have the biggest drop-off out of any character in Ultimate history? I'd say she's a pretty strong contender. Yeah, there's definitely an argument that it could be someone like Chrom or Pichu, as both have had similar...
Chrom is a good answer, but I only think of Rivers when I think of Chrom, though. And, like, there wasn't crazy results, really, you know? Pichu, on the other hand, that shit was OD. You had Nakat doing well, you had Void top 8ing. You know?
drop-offs, going from top tier to now
Mr.
subpar
Arya.
mid-tiers. But I wanted to highlight how rough of a journey Inkling has had over the past couple of years. Despite her nerfs being relatively unimpactful, and even receiving buffs in later patches, Inkling still failed to reach the peak she once did in the first year of Ultimate. There still could be hope for Inkling yet, with Shiryuki being ranked 42nd in the most recent Smash Ultimate rankings, and with the high-level Inklings remaining optimistic about their character. I do wonder, could we see a slight resurgence of the character? I suppose we'll find out.
I think that there are other characters that fill that video title a little bit better. I think Zerosuit is one of them. I think if you're just looking like strictly at results, like Inkling today is doing way better than like Zerosuit today, or Chrom today, or Pichu today. Well, Pichu at least has a player base, you know? There's definitely some other ones that I can't think of off the dome immediately, but that's just how I feel about it. Anyway, we're going to play a little bit of Inkling to round out the video. Rivers also plays Diddy. Lavish is really his right. Lavish is really it, right? Lavish doesn't even fucking play anymore. I really think that, like, I don't know, man. Why am I not on Sonic Racing? You can probably guess. Jordan Jeb, thank you for the 19 months. I appreciate it. K-Rool? I wouldn't say K-Rool had... He was pretty consistent. Just some people were playing him, you know? How'd I get a sour spot? Oh, you could have up tilted me. You dashed away. Oh, I didn't know that was there. My ass is not paying attention right now. Tried to sticky me. Gross. RNG drops, nice. Oops. I thought I was him. You're a kid, you're a squid. No, I read the roll. Why didn't I up smash? Nice parry, shithead. It's me, I'm shithead. Oh, he could have killed me. Yeah, if I just play really well and cheese him in the corner, we'll be good. No, I did not play really well. That was a sneaky, sneaky backer. I like that a lot. This guy's good. Pikachu had like a bit of a drop off before Shiny Mark too. Bro had like a hella curve. You know? That's kind of where I feel like Inkling is too, where there's like a curve, you know? There's like a bit of a coming back up. There was that drought of Inkling results after, you know, Cosmo stopped playing Inkling.
3, 2, 1, go!
That was a little fucked up. Funny how many Inklings just swapped to Aegis. It's like 2, right? Cosmos in space. I think those are literally the only ones, no? I mean, why would anything in this game be punishable, you know? You suck. You could have killed me, but you didn't. Middle finger. Damn, maybe England does suck major ass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Spargo ever had an Inkling. Remember when I told you guys Leo actually has a nasty Inkling for like no reason? He's low-key the best Inkling player in the world. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot Proto was an Inkling player. I forgot he did Inkling and Lucina and Inkling, and then he swapped the Inkling out for Min Min. Not worth. Why are you alive? Dude, just die. Thank you. Did I just actually kill him? The heck? Dude, we have like the same forward airman. How badly do you want to do a random dash attack? Trash ass character, what is this? Bro's been inked on most of this stock. That didn't hit him. What's up, Locky? You excited for Silk Song? I'll play one more Inkling game. This character is trash, Loki. Dude was spitting. Taking Friday off for it? Oh, hell yeah. Doesn't it come out in like 2 days? You dude, it's $20. It's so peak. I'll do the Ironman in a second. You promised to download Civ 6? Ew, I thought that was disjointed. I mean, I know it is, but not enough. Nice recovery. What? I'm not doing too hard. the fucking C4. Oh my god, he's so lucky. Oh, I could be dead. Oh my, fucked up my recovery so bad that I gave up the edge guard. Oh, I missed. Run it back. No, I'm salty. I forgot splatter shot is what made this matchup turbo ass for Snake. Hello, IDK. Yeah, honestly, if you are curious about Hollow Knight, you should definitely play it. He's getting a little toasted now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that hits behind him now. See, that's what the matchup should look like. I just needed a little bit of practice. And now to prove it wasn't a fluke, I will run the best of 3. Any advice for someone who wants to start playing Ganon at a high level? Well, you want life advice or Ganon advice? Because I've got both.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, and I got the Inkling music. You're toast. Whoops. That's insane. See? I told you. That's how the matchup should look. He got outplayed. I adapted. That's Inkling. He's washed. He's trash. Inkling is garbanzo beans. Never before seen. We're done here. Moving on to Ike for a couple games for that other video in case we need B-roll. Maybe not B-roll, but extending the little video or whatever. And then we'll do the Ironmans. I know that's what you guys are here for. Oh, well, maybe we'll just do an Ironman and we'll start with Ike. How does that sound? Mike. Oh, the news I was going to tell you guys? Okay. Everyone lock in for this news. Okay, so my friend... Oops. My friend recently had to... He basically is in between moving, and he needed someone to hold his cat for him. So, there may or may not be an entire cat at my house right now. He's still a little stressed and getting used to the environment, so I'm not forcing him to hang out or anything. But I do have a cat cam set up because he does really like hanging out next to my setup by the window. So he's been sleeping for a little bit now. So if he wakes up and he starts hanging out over here, I do have a camera preset up. Pics right now? No. You'll get to see him soon. You're dead. Holy shit, he's God. Okay, I'm facing the wrong way. Sour spot. How do I like having a cat so far? It's fine. I've had him for less than 24 hours at this point, so. I haven't formed any real opinions. So, yeah, I'm generally not an animal guy. And I am allergic to cats, so. Makes this entire process a little weird for me. The cat has had you for less than 24 hours. You're such a good friend. Thank you. He is very chatty. It's definitely worth noting that if I talk to him, he will talk back. I didn't think he would just do straight up like that, but whatever. Until your body learns who's boss. There you go. That's like. How have I been dealing with the allergies? I haven't felt anything too bad. I got like scratchy eyes a little bit, and I've been sneezing more than usual. But I do have Benadryl if it gets bad. Living with cats is so much different compared to hanging out with them at like a friend's house. I've learned this the hard way. Luckily, Panda, you know, has like raised and lived with a cat before, so I'm just following her lead. She knows best.
3, 2, 1.
My cat is under my bed right now. Daddy's recovering well. Is he okay? Oh, I'm glad he's okay. It sounds like he's recovering, so that's got to be a good sign. Yeah. His name is Beans, by the way. Okay, with this. Are you serious? With that? What's up, Colin? Any IRL brackets for me? Eventually. Genesis eventually. You're a shithead. It's always hyped to see you play. Thanks, man. Dude, I was gonna be so mad. Okay, he's dead. Is what I fucking would say. Jesus Christ, bro. You cannot be queuing up with this connection. What the fuck is going on? You're lucky. You're lucky to be alive. I'm excited for you guys to eventually meet him. I wonder if he's still under the couch. It's weird because like when he first came here, he was obviously stressed and not having a good time, but he eventually got his confidence back and he started hanging out with us, started cuddling. But I think he misses his owner. I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Show us the beans. No, I'm not gonna go grab him or touch him or anything. He's just doing his own thing right now. Do I think Korn has a chance in Smash 6? Yeah. My counter? Hello? Why does every Mega Man player do that scummy ass up tilt under the platform? Who taught them that? I'm alive. I died up. He wants to grab me. No way, mid stage. At 100. Oh my god. Corn's broken. Raiden from Metal Gear and Smash. We don't need more sword characters, but yeah, I like Raiden, so I'm down. Oh, anyway, so he eventually like got his confidence back, and then like this morning he was being a little bit weird. I think he's a little freaked out because he doesn't normally hang out with dogs, and like you can sometimes hear dogs in the hallway, and we're right by the dog park and stuff. So he's just under the couch right now, and I think he's probably still asleep, but alert.
3, 2, 1, go!
So you're talking about a person? No. You missed the cat story. I have a cat now, basically. For a bit. It's not gonna be like a forever thing. Ew, gross combo. I don't like that. You hit a sour spot, so here, have a sweet spot. That's stupid. It's not that stupid, I'm just crashing out. I'm mauling because I lost the stock. That's reasonable, right, guys? That's not down B. That's down B. He forgot about the third one in a row. Why does Banjo do a little pog when he back into? Ooh. Whoa. Anyway, Ganondorf. If you're going to be serious about the game, don't play Ganondorf. Otherwise, if you're going to be a Ganondorf player, just spam Nair. And if that doesn't work, fucking use your other moves. I don't know. Figure out why they're not getting hit by Nair, and then work from there. That's how I play Ganondorf, and I generally win. Can I up smash that? Almost definitely, right? Just go for the Ronaldo. Is that dash attack or something? I was just gonna say, not enough random up Bs from this gamer. I don't deserve to die. I'm going over. Douche, douche, douche. Confused Lefty, thank you for the 20. Appreciate it. How the fuck am I getting ads? I'm literally subbed. Not on my screen, you're not. Has the landlord sent anything? You don't know. It's not his business. I will likely be making 2 big financial decisions in the next 5 months. Have you decided to become a millionaire? Not talented enough for that? Most billionaires probably aren't, dude. Am I good? Song's a banger. Hold up. I hate Silent Mac. It's so weird to me. I thought that was a combo. What am I countering for? Well, thank you for saving me. If he shielded there, I would have broke his shield. You're making my eyes water, son. Down till KO punch is only at 60. Bring me back, Smash 4, duders. Oh wow, Canadorf, that sounds terrible. Holy shit, your nail bent backwards. I'd rather die. Then why did you choose the silent Mac? I'm so used to playing on the Switch One that I don't wait for the alts to load. So I just accidentally pick some alts.
3, 2, 1, go!
Really? When did I... You don't have to do that, bro. When did I... Air dodge? I don't even remember. Great DI. That shit just don't work on Fox. You're not dead. Hmm? Supposed to be enough tilt, but whatever. You blew it. You had your nair up smash, and you blew it. Do you got Elite Smash till A mod or nah? No, I don't have any mods.
Elite Smash! One, go!
We rage quitting Nicole? Is that what's going on? Your ping's also pretty shit, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Counting it. I would've won. It's gonna be awesome when I run into this guy again and it's just Belmont instead of Sheik. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 bo Yo, why is the game, like, all of the games have been lagging, and I am the common denominator? Actually, that's not true. We've had, the first games we played were all really good connection. Thank you, buffer system. I like that. I am wired, man. Yeah, that cat didn't fuck with any of my stuff. Is he just going to be a fair masher, and that's going to happen? This connection is so AIDS, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even input the dashes to line myself up. That's how bad this connection is. I think it's cool that that gets low profiled. Up tilt? Hello? Move his ass? Outplayed. I thought you just ripped that shit immediately. You've been at over 170% in like every game today. Here's the true test of living to 170%. Dude, my thigh is killing me. What's going on? I'm very good at living to a very high percent. The mark of a good player. Oh my fucking god, that shield poked me. This game is so bad. Why would a move like that shield poke? I tried to body block him. I don't know if I actually killed him by body blocking him, but it's what I did.
Elite Smash. Ludwig.
If you love to lose, you wouldn't be playing Cloud, you'd be a Ganon player. Oh, and you're doing 2 stocks FD without a Ethernet cable. Okay, wait, hold on. Dude, this is so bad. Why is it like this today? Like, every opponent is like this. Am I fighting the Weekend Warriors? Is that what's going on? Is the stream lagging for you guys? Is it like low-key me?
Elite Smash. King K. Rool.
Stream is good? Alright. What breed of cat? Orange? I don't know, bro. King K. Rool.
3, 2, 1, go!
No, I missed my dash. Nice B reverse. I was scared to reflect it. Dude, if I miss my dash on that again. I thought that move was strong. What happened? I'm trolling. I got the grab. I didn't kill him. Up the end of me? I knew he was going to up the end of me, but my spacing was bad. No. Okay, that's fine. That was the most Smash Ultimate thing I've done today. I didn't even take 3 stocks. Yeah, that one wasn't that laggy.
Elite Smash. Pikachu.
Calico is my favorite kind of cat. Is that orange, bro? I don't know what that means. Actually, no. There's one that I know. Which one is Riddles' cat? Because that's my favorite kind of cat. I think it's Siamese. No. That's the bald, ugly ass one, right? That one sucks. Oh, no, that's a Sphinx cat.
One, go!
Are we cooking? Oh yeah, Deb, we're cooking. Siamese is blackface. I think that's the one I like. He thought he was shield grabbing that. Get real, buddy. I probably could have down smacked. Are you dead? This one's a little bit laggy, yeah. But I get to be the obnoxious one this time, even though it's Sora. Seasick is abused in that relationship. Sheesh. Has any of the last 5 opponents not lagged? The previous guy? Die. I was more scared of random forward smash, so I took all those up airs. ISG. Did you not think I was going to do a full hop forward air as Pikachu? In the corner? Absolutely. Every day of the week. Now I get to play Sora. Hooray!
Elite Smash. Sora.
The fact Sora can miss tech like that and then get sent to the bottom of the blast zone and then just come back like a goofy MF is annoying. Dude, but this. Double jump. Take this! Let's pray this match isn't laggy. It's gonna be a K roll, bro. It's gonna be laggy. With a jump, I think Sora can always make it back. That's correct. Yes. Okay, it's one of these K rules. This double jump. Come off stage. Make my day. I think the fair would have killed. I don't know why I didn't commit. Actually, that shit rarely kills. Oh, did he rage quit? What a noob!
Elite Smash. Steamroller.
How old is the cat? He's young. He's like no older than like 5. They're goddamn baby. Yep. Another B-button warrior. Not worth. Why is everyone has a dog shit connection today, man? Dude, this connection, man. This is so ass. Bro loves Raptor Boost. Just the B-button warrior, what do you mean? Imagine you're just not on land. No, I checked. I pressed the home button and it said I was wired. Do you even want to win this Ironman? It's so laggy today. I'm in it for the long haul, dude. I think it'll fix itself later on.
3, 2, 1, go!
See, no, this is not bad. We have an avid shield grabber in the house. Swifty sauce with the 33 months. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm playing the new Night Rain update today. That's the plan. Up smash? Oh, that was your time. Ooh, that wasn't your time. I'm okay. Up smash? Just keep up smashing. It'll eventually work out. He's actually just camping way harder now that he's losing. What's going on, dude? What is the correlation here? Did you guys know that Yoshi's forward air spike? Isn't that so cool? It's because of the gargantuan size of his brain that he keeps in his nose. It weighs about 1 kilogram of feathers, which is about the same weight as 1 kilogram of steel. They're the same. No way. But steel is heavier than feathers. I don't get it. Are we killing the game now, boys? Wahoo! Alright, if he runs at me, I'm doing a roll in. I fucking mistimed the roll in. The big ass ghost sign was in the way. Leave me alone. I don't know how to play this character. Oh, Sonic music, let's friggin' go, dude! Let's go, dude! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I got fricked. I don't even fucking need tools to beat your ass. But I would like them. Rolling, rolling. Nice reaction. That hit him. Refund your game, bro. It must be glitched. Because that didn't hit on my screen. Quick 60, I'm him. You're dead. Wait, great recovery route. You fool! You can never be below Steve! You fool!
Elite Smash Pichu.
Banger soundtrack. God, I love that song. Did this dude just out himself as a Sonic the Hedgehog enjoyer? Stone this man. I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Because I have something to admit is that I actually don't know the distance for Pichu's recovery. I just fucking hope it works every time. I don't know why they made it different from Pikachu's, but hey. That just tells me that Pikachu is not trying as hard to survive. If little Pichu's doing it better than him. You know what I mean? Distance-wise. Yeah, I'm too light for that shite. No jump, no jump, no jump, no jump. Alright, I go low here and I catch him with thunder. Okay, good. Good! Great. Roll through him. Go low. No, he's gonna go high. Okay, I still didn't cover it correctly. Not gonna go through him. Just gonna do neutral get up, see what happens. Shield a little bit. Yeah, he likes grabbing. Don't get giant punched. Just jump to avoid it. He jumps back. He dies. Okay. Doing a lot of down B in the neutral. I'll try to walk a little bit more. This is what I was baiting. Right, if I stay in the corner, he's gonna want to try and grab me. Case in point. Right, cover low with T-Jolt. Cover hot. Okay, I missed the timing up. Giant punch. Nope. He wants to make a comeback now. He's feeling desperate, so he's thinking giant punch. He's just trying to find a good spot for it. Slap, slap, clap is also very viable here, which is why he's camping under platforms. See? Spacing. What? DK's ledge hang is that good that Pichu's F tilt doesn't hit it. I knew you weren't ready for that. You stayed on ledge every time. I need a full breakdown of the psychology behind people neutral get-upping in the face of fully charged F smashes. Because here's what happens. They expect me to do this. Right? So they try to time the neutral get-up after that. So they can get a punish. But I just keep charging. That's so many words on the left there for the name of the song. He's camping in the corner, and I've got a pretty good idea of why. Well, that was fucking stupid. Save me, save me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't even have an excuse. That was so bad. I don't know what happened, guys. I think I deserve to win. Damn, it's a really good time to use that emote. Fuck. You weren't struggling at all in that run? Low-key, I was. The connections were all like dog.
3, 2, 1, go!
Back off. Fine. Take this. Ha. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. That's it. Ha. Ha. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. 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 Ha. Hey. Oh. Hey.
Oh no, how did he live? I thought the laser true comboed at that percent. Ew! True combo! Ow! Bro's low-key fighting Casper right now. That wasn't even true combo, dude. I didn't tech that, really? I must have been too early. He's just spamming there out of shield. That's what he's doing. Wait, that was a true punish. He's a knower. Really? down airing. I might have to. Okay, we're good. You fool! You held down for no reason, you greedy, greedy bitch. True combo, by the way. Does anyone know the last Luminosity events for this year? Probably the ones that just happened, bro. I don't know. I haven't heard any news for another invitational, so beats me, brother. You'd think that's something I would know. Well, you don't want to come off stage? Now. Wait, there's a C4 somewhere. He said now. That's not back air. The no B button snake. Actually what he's doing. Unless it's up B. Oh, my snake? I will be using the B button. You did that way too late. Anyway. There. Wrong way. What the fuck is going on? I'm pressing A and it's just like Z catching it. Guy plays weird. Didn't think he would do it. I think I have tilt kills here. And then side B. You should have died. I'm so shocked that poor dude. No one ever expects Snake to double jump into the top blast and an up air them. Hero! Bum, bum, bum. What if Smash 6 had an Ironman queue where every opponent is doing an Ironman? Wait, that'd be so sick. You get like 3 lives or something, and you can tell how close somebody is and how many lives they have left. Beast Mode Mars. It'd be Beast Mode Tyler. Wait, this is a minus 55. I watched the VOD. Holy, get destroyed. Bro's a filthy spot dodger. Huge. I just want the thing. I just want the gyro. Thank you. Alright, well, I'm satisfied. Zoop! You missed. And you went too early. Kamikaze, near into me. Yeah! Quack! That double oomph dare into crit up smash. The hoes weren't just mad, they were pissed. Truly. Are you gonna spot dodge even more, Broody? Can we get some monkey on this Monday? Yeah, I got you. I forgot it was Monkey Monday. More like a Labor Day Monday. This dude loves spot dodge. That's like, he should change his tag to spot dodge. What are you doing? I thought I'd grab ledge first. This connection really does just allow you to play like this bad. Supposed to be in air, not a fair. I literally rolled, bro. What is that? This connection is actually fucking killing me, bro. I was hoping for a trade. A lot of laggy FD today. Truly. How did I get a back air there? Just, like, what is going on? Dude. Wi-Fi is so ass, bro. Alright, I'll rage quit the stream now. I'm fine with that. Tomorrow we'll probably do almost the same exact thing we did today. Reacting to either Ironmans or something else. Columbia, you can't tell people to get better internet, dude. I've played Wi-Fi with you. You're just as guilty. Goodbye forever, Beastly.